Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Stamp and Chat Live. I'm Gina from Gina K Designs, and it's great to see all of you coming in from around the United States and all around the world. Today, we're going to have some more fun with masking magic. I know lots of you got the strips, and they're busy shipping them out. Lots of you already have masking magic sheets, and you can do all of these cards today using the strips and the sheets, or just the sheets if that's all you have. So I'm excited to share some cool layouts with you today. And before that, I wanted to also show you what just got released in our store today, because I know a lot of you have been waiting for this. You've been asking me in our Facebook group. You've been asking me on Instagram, and I even saw a few comments here in the chat. So I'm going to show you that, and then we'll say hello to Tom. So let's just quick go over to the overhead. They are finally here. We have all of the Orchid ink pads, all of the Lilac ink pads, all of the Orchid and Lilac re-inkers, and we have the ephemera. There it is, the ephemera sheets for those of you wanting more. So all of that is now available in the store. If you've been waiting for that, you can get that. We put lots of inventory in this morning. So, you know, grab what you want, and there's all kinds of fun ways to use this stuff. And I think I'm going to be using some of these today in my card. So, all right then, and I'll talk about those again. Does this match me today? Kind of does, doesn't it, Tom? Look at that. Woohoo, kind of. This one definitely does. Yeah, I decided, you know, I've been wearing my uniform every day on the lives for months now. I told you guys I have like 8 Gina K Designs polo shirts. And every morning I become like, you know how like Steve Jobs always wore the same black turtleneck to work every day, and somebody asked him why, and he said, this way I don't have to think about what to wear. Well, that's the point I was getting to. Like, I don't know what to wear. I'll just wear that shirt. And I looked in my closet and I thought, you know, I probably should wear some other things. So I decided to wear something different today and match one of the new inks. All right. Well, before we get started, let's say hello to Tom. Hey, Tom.
Hey, happy crafternoon, everybody.
How are you?
I'm doing much better than horrible today.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
I like your shirt.
Yes, this is a uniform.
You got a uniform. Oh, no. We've switched over. We've switched spots.
Yeah.
Looking good, though. I like the white. I couldn't wear white because ink, you know, I get it all over the place. So I couldn't wear white, but it looks great on you. So I heard through the grapevine you might have a word of the day later for us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
Ready with the word of the day. And actually, haven't you in the past, like, dressed according to what inks you were using that day?
Yes, I have, actually. I did not that long ago. I did some rainbow cards and I wore that rainbow shirt. So maybe I should start to try to do that. The problem is I never know what I'm going to make until like 15 minutes before I go live. That's when I start thinking about what I'm going to make. So I got lucky today with this.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's great to see everybody, people coming in from Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So I have a question for you guys today. So do you guys who are watching on Facebook, this is mostly for my Facebook friends who are watching from Facebook, do you ever watch lives on YouTube? Or do you prefer watching lives on Facebook? That's my question for you today. So if you're on Facebook, let me know if you prefer watching on Facebook or if you actually like watching on YouTube too. I just want to know. All right, so let's get started today. I'm going to show you what I'm going to use for today's cards. And I thought I would do 2 separate cards with 2 different layouts. Now, you guys know that let me find it real quick. I got to run over here to see if I can find it. And you know what? I can't. Oh, wait. Yeah, I can. All right. So in my 5-minute cards video, I made this card using the masking magic. I used these different stencils and I used masking magic to mask everything off. And so, okay, lots of people liking Facebook. Okay, very, very, very interesting. Hey, Jennifer, have a good appointment. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, so I know a lot of you saw this video and you like this technique. Well, I'm going to do 2 more layouts using this same kind of technique, but completely different than this zigzag pattern. So I wanted to show you this as one of the things that you can do with the masking magic, just so that you remember that you can do this. And then we're going to go ahead and get started on today's card. All right. So once again, I've got light orchids, light lilacs, and I think, or light, medium, and dark. I think what I'm going to do, these are brand new. I just grabbed them off the shelf because I'm always the last one to get anything. So I'm going to open these up. Brand new ink. It's so fun. I'm going to open these up real quickly. These are all shrink wrapped. I do want you to know that all of our re-inkers, when you get them in your package, they actually come individually bagged. Now, they don't come like this from the manufacturer. They just come all loose, and they don't have the color dots on them either. We actually use the ink to make the color dots, and then we put the color dots on, and then we tighten the lid, make sure it's nice and tight, and then we bag them separately. So this way, when they go into your box, you don't have to worry if a re-inker were to leak or something like that, it won't damage all of the other products in your order. And then also, these are in stock now. For those of you who got the kit and you wanted more ephemera, you can get this ephemera now as a standalone item. And we decided to add that early because we know lots of you have been loving this ephemera and loving using the die, and you wanted more of it. So we didn't wait until the next kit gets released because we know you want to make your autumn cards now. Okay. So I'm going to put these away. I know we're going to do something with these at some point. They're great, too, for inking up your ink cubes if you got the kit. So I wanted to use these colors today. So these are the spruces, the lilacs, and the orchids. I wanted to use these for one card. I know some of them are upside down, and it's driving you nuts. Let's do that. There we go. I wanted to use some of these colors. And then for my second card, I picked 3 colors that look really nice together from our regular line, which is sweet mango, honey mustard, and tomato soup. Because when you see the card that I'm going to make with the second card, maybe it'll be the first card, we'll see, but it needs these colors. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for all of the die is not available separately yet. That will come out with the kit because we make all the ephemera in-house. We can make extra, but we only have so many dies and we have just enough for kits, but we save about 200 or 300 of them to release when the actual individual products go live. So I'm thinking of not using the darks today, and just using maybe just the medium ones of these colors today. And what's nice about these is, you know, depending on the project, you can just use the single colors for different things. You don't have to use them together. So all of these colors are beautiful additions to your collection. All right, we're going to start by taking a 1/4 sheet of cardstock, and I'm going to get my die cutting machine, and I am going to cut out a piece of cardstock using the Master Layouts 2 die set. So I've got this die set here, and you know me, I love this stitched rectangle, and I love the plain rectangle. So I'm going to use those 2 for both of my cards today. So I might as well cut them out both now. All righty, let's see here. So I'm going to start with the single stitched. And if your die ever warps, which it's not that it's warped, it's just it gets bent going through the machine because there's so much pressure on it. All you have to do is just take it corner to corner and just give it a little bend, and corner to corner and give it a little bend, and that straightens it right back out again. Yes, the paper packs will be available separately once the new kit debuts at the end of the month. So I put a little piece of copy paper on top just so that I don't have to brush away all the specks from my plate. You saw that, right? See all the specks, all the icky stuff stays on the top. And my piece of cardstock is pretty speck free. Okay, I'm going to cut one more of those out. Alrighty. And again, you can turn it on an angle a little bit like that when you run it through, just to avoid having the extra pressure. It makes it go through just a little bit easier. Oh, thank you. Yeah, if you have the only 5 listed, I don't know. Check the second page. Check page 2. It could sometimes when we're putting products up, if we forget to put a space after the dash or something, it actually ends up on the next page. So just make sure you check all the pages. And if not, just give customer service a quick call. You can call them. Do we have a customer service banner that we can throw up? If you ever have a problem, you can call customer service. You can use that email address, or you can call them. I guess we don't have the phone number, huh, Tom? Maybe Tom can throw a phone number up. We'll see. But you can call them and just say, hey, I can't find this color, and they can tell you where it is, or they can send you a link. Email's better probably, because then they could send you the link. All right, so I'm cutting 2 of the plain rectangles out in black cardstock. I know, that's a shocker. Right. Welcome, everyone. It's great to see you all. I know lots of people have been going lives and doing premieres these days, and I'm sure y'all are a little exhausted, but I really appreciate you showing up for me today. That means so much. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put this aside. Alrighty. Yeah, Tom will put the phone number up. He's working on that right now for you. Okay. But you should be able to find them. Also, Tom, if you want, you can always text Sammie and just have her check too, just to make sure they're all up. All right, so we're going to start with one of these white panels. And the reason why I cut it out first is because once this is done, I don't want to have to worry about centering it. And you know, I'm using Masking Magic, and that's going to separate out my segments. Now, the Masking Magic comes 2 ways. It comes in the regular sheets that a lot of you already have, and it also comes in these strips. Now, these strips are kind of what I'm focusing on today, but I am going to be using a little piece of this as well. So I have some strips here, and let's find... They're color-coded on the back, which makes it really nice. The biggest ones are the 1/2-inch ones, and they have the green backing. And then the 1/4-inch ones have the red backing. And then the 1/8-inch ones have the traditional turquoise backing. So, okay. So I'm going to start with, I think I'll start with some 1/4-inch ones. So I'm going to do a 1/4-inch border around the outside of this card. I just want to block off any of that. Okay. And then I want to make a nice crisp line. Okay. So I like to turn these as I go because it's a little easier for me to see. There we go. Thank you, Tom. So if anybody's having trouble, just contact customer service. Then they can just check with Sammie and make sure that the product, you know, got scheduled if you're missing one. Okay. There we go. Put that one on there. Now I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to do the same thing for 2 more. I know that it looks a little weird and crooked because I'm not putting the Masking Magic strips perfectly, but, you know, perfectly even on each side, but they are perfectly even around the card. Okay. And then I'm going to put my last one across this way. Pamela, I don't know. You might want to contact customer service, and they might have some suggestions for you. It shouldn't do that. I don't know. What die cutting machine are you using? It could be that your sandwich is too tight, possibly, because it shouldn't do that. I mean, mine pop right out. So I would definitely contact customer service. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 1/8 of an inch strip. And I'm just going to eyeball it here, and I'm going to go about in the middle. And it's okay if it's not perfect. Like if it's not perfectly centered. You can see it might be just a little bit smaller over here than here, but that's okay. And then I'm going to take one more strip. And I'm going to put it in the middle here, like this. So I kind of created a window. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to use a couple of Post-it notes just to block the other segments off. So I want to make sure these are all down nice and tight, and you can push on them a little bit because it's masking magic and they are very, very forgiving. Okay, so I'm going to do some stenciling, and I have 4 stencils here. And I decided to do, this is the way I pick my stencils. Yes, the masking magic strips are reusable. Let me show you what I did with my one video. I just saved all of the strips on the outside of the package, and you can peel them off and you can reuse them again. Yes, they are reusable. But I mean, they're reusable to a point. You can't reuse them forever. They kind of get kind of lame after a while, but you know what I'm saying, right? Okay, so when I pick my stencils for something like this, I like to use something rounded and then something that's not rounded. So this is not rounded. This is more like a leaf. This is more circular. So I'm going to use Making Waves and Harvest Flourish. And then I'm going to use something else that's not rounded, Thick Brush, and something that is rounded, Fizzy. And I like to stagger them. So I'll do kind of the 2 leafy ones on these corners and the 2 rounded ones on these corners. This way, it's just more pleasing to the eye to divide that up. So let's start with this one. I'm going to lay this right on top here. And then I'm going to use the medium spruce for this. This is going to be a nice soft card. It's not going to be too bold. And I have a blending brush. I did clean my blending brushes last night off on a little bit of paper towel. I just rubbed the color off. So this should be pretty good. Okay. And you can do this with any stencils that you have. It works really well. I'm going to use somewhat of a decent heavy hand here with this medium spruce color. I love this green. It's very cool. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to go back in, put a little more ink on the brush just because it didn't have much ink on it. And I'm just going to lightly go over that whole area with that medium spruce. Now, you definitely don't want to pass up this step because this is what separates all the boxes and makes it look very pretty and patterned. Okay. Now, since I'm going to use that same color one more time, I'm going to pull off. Have that stuck down very well. I'm going to pull off these Post-it notes. Okay. And then I'm going to put them in the opposite corner. Same Post-it notes. And I'm going to use that other stencil design, which is this thick brush. I'm going to do the same thing. So I know this technique is just so much fun. And it's so fun just to try it all different ways. All right, so I'm doing the thick brush down here again with that same spruce color, the medium spruce. It's a very different green for us. All of our greens are much more yellowy greens, and I really enjoy this kind of bluer green. And then I'm doing the same thing again, making sure that I fill in the whole box with that same medium spruce. Okay. So now we're going to get our other colors in the mix, the medium lilac. So let's pull this off. Now you can use florals for this. You don't have to use the circular ones like I'm using. I'm actually going to put these Post-it notes away for later use. I'm going to get new ones because I don't want to mix green and purple or green and pink. They're not very friendly to each other. they're a little far away on the color wheel. So I'm going to block off this one right here. And then I think I will use this Fizzy stencil. And I'm going to do the medium Orchid up in the top. Woohoo! Look at my medium Orchid. Brand new pad. Let's do it. Okay. So I get some medium Orchid in there. Oh, this color. Come on, look at that. It's just such a vibrant pink. Love it. Okay. And then I'm going to go all over the box. I'm not going to reload because these are very juicy. They're very new. So I think that's enough color on there, that medium Orchid. Okay, and now we're going to go to medium Lilac. Love this color too. Okay. Got to hold everything down so nothing comes up. Here we go. And again, I'm just blocking off these other corners. I don't care so much about here. And let's use the Making Waves stencil. So we got to get some of the swirliness in there. So I could do it this way, but I want to get at least one full swirl. All right, medium Lilac. Here we go. Ooh, that is juicy. I can like see the ink on that. Okay, here we go. I love this stencil, this Making Waves stencil. It's very cool. Okay, and now we're going to fill this in with what's left on my brush. Very good. Okay. And remember, all of the colors lighten up to the color that they're meant to be. So they'll all look a little dark at first, but they do get a little more subtle, more airbrushed looking as they dry. And that's what they're supposed to do. Okay, so now we're going to peel and reveal. Let's take this off. Oh, I have to take this one off first. Here we go. And then we'll get these corners off. I love this look. Just nice. That was 4 rectangles. They're so crisp. Oh, that's fun. Isn't that fun? And I love the colors. They're just kind of not Gina K colors, you know, because they're all new. And so it just really expands our beautiful palette of colors. So this panel is going to go onto this card base here. I mean, this card panel, this black that I cut out with Master Layouts too. Sorry, I'm getting all excited and I'm getting tongue-tied. Alrighty. And then we're going to put the whole thing on a white card base. And the reason I'm choosing white is because we really want the focus of these cards to be the beautiful colors. So we'll just do a white card base. This is a side fold card. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it this way or the other way. So let's look at it both ways. So this way, I was thinking of just putting a big grateful greeting on there and making this just a thank you card. Oh, I almost tore my greeting. I cut this out earlier just to put that like right on there, grateful, because I don't think it needs much. And I don't want to hide too much of it by using the shadow layer, but I guess I could, but I just love all of that color. So that way, or we could turn it this way and we could pop it right across. And I feel like I like it this way better. I feel like the other way it's missing something, but this way it isn't. I don't know why that is. I think you guys might agree with me. So let's go ahead and just lay it out this way. Now, do we want the pink on the top? I'd have to look at it both ways. I do kind of like the pink up top. I think I'm going to go with the pink up top. And then I'm going to tape this onto my card. And then we're going to get to the more complicated card, but it's still easy. I've done something similar before. So some of you who are my long timies, have been here forever with me, you'll recognize this a little bit, but it's easier with the Masking Magic strips, so I have to show it. So let's quick pop this greeting on because we're going to be giving both of these cards away today. I'm using the Gina K Designs fine tip bottles with the glue here. You can see how delicate this greeting is. It's really easy to twist it up, and you know, if you use too much glue, it's just going to get everywhere. So sometimes with greetings like these, I like to stack them, but I'm not going to do that today because I want to get to the next card. I definitely want to get 2 cards in for you. So we'll just pop that into the center of the card. Just find a place. See, what's nice about this is you can make this greeting a little more snug just by, you know, kind of pushing it around a little bit because it's so fine and delicate. But there we go. So there is my card, my little thank you card. Now, if you wanted to jazz it up a little more, you could put a little strip sentiment down there, maybe a black banner with white print that says, grateful for all you do, or grateful for you. You could jazz it up a little bit more. But I definitely wanted to really feature the stencils and the masking magic and how easy that is to do. All right, so I'm going to put this card aside and we'll bring it out again in a little bit. I'm going to clean up these stencils because I want to use them again, but I'm going to use them with new colors. So I'm just going to take, I could do it a bunch of different ways. I think I'll just clean them real quick with a paper towel and a little bit of glass cleaner because that's what's sitting here. You can do them with just water too, but this will just go quickly because it's right here. I have my Blue Land glass cleaner. I think that's what it's called, Blue Land. Yeah, Blue Land is a great company. If you are looking for, you know, environmentally friendly products, I use all Blue Land now at home. I use the hand soaps and stuff. Basically, you buy the bottle once, the plastic bottle or the glass bottles once, and then you just buy these pills that you pop in with water, and it makes the cleaner, it makes the hand soap, and it saves tons of plastic. We must have gone through like 20 of them in the last year. So I feel good that 20 less bottles are in the environment. You know, got to do a little bit, something, right? And that's something you can do, and it doesn't change anything because the hand soap smells so good. It's called Blue Land. All right, so now we get this here. We're going to get that other piece of white cardstock that I have. All right, now I'm going to cut something else here. So let me find the perfect one to do this with for you. Let me get Master Layouts 3. I think I'm going to use Master Layouts 3 for this. Okay, I am going to get 2 of the Master Layouts circle dies. You can use any circle dies that you want for this, but I want to use 2. I think I'll use these 2. See how they're just like that 1/8 of an inch difference there between them? You can also use these smaller ones. Let's see. Smaller ones work better. No, I'm going to use the bigger ones. Okay, but you can use any 2 circle dies that you have. You can also, for those of you that have the Gina K Designs, these circles, the double stitched and single stitched, you could use these 2. That would be fine to use. In fact, I'll use these because a lot of you have these. But if you have Master Layouts 3, that'll work as well. So I'll use these 2 for this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my die cutting machine. And I am going to do, remember we did that reverse die cutting? That video where we created that little inside thing? We're going to do that again, but we're going to do it on a piece of Masking Magic. So this is Masking Magic sheets. And I'm going to start with the biggest one. Okay, I'm going to cut the biggest one out here. I'm not really worried about the stitching. Okay, so I'm cutting a circle. A piece of white cardstock measures 3.5 inches by 4 3/4 of an inch. You can get that using the Master Layouts 2 dies as well. Okay, I probably should have used Master Layouts 3 for this, you know, that I think about it. I'm going to do that because I actually don't want so much stitching. So let me do that. I'm sorry. I want it to be right. So if you can do it with that, but the stitching might show a little bit, and I don't know if I want that today. So let me see, do I have another sheet of Masking Magic? I've been using my Masking Magic up. Here's a sheet. Will this fit? Yeah, it'll fit. Okay. Just made it. Look at that. Just made it. Woohoo. All right, so where did I just put my top plate? Oh, here it is. I know you guys all related to that moment. I used black cardstock on the first one, Donna. Oh, you mean in stock? Yeah, we have a shipment of 5,000 coming. I just don't know when they're coming, but we have 5,000 on order. We just ordered 5,000, and that's how quickly it sold out. I know you guys you love the black cardstock, and I do too. Okay, so now this one I'm going to put right on top. And the reason why I did the big one first is because they line up perfectly. So it's easy to see where to put it. Just put it right on top so you don't see any edge. And then I'm going to cut that out. Okay. Right, the struggle is real, Robbie, you're right. Okay, so now here's what I have. I have a ring. And this is what I want to use on my card, is this ring. And this I can use for something else. So I'm going to put that away. But I want to use that little ring. Might seem silly, but it'll make sense. So that's Master Layouts 3 I used for that. Okay. So now what I want to do with this ring, I'm going to start, let me get this out of the way. Everything's everywhere. So what I'm going to do with this ring is I am first, before I start anything, I'm going to do my border, because you know I like to have the border. So I'm going to do the 1/4 inch borders. And the other thing that I love about the borders is whatever you're working on, a glass mat, a sticky mat, anything like that. Sticky mats are good because they stick, but if you don't have that and you're using a piece of cardstock or just your tabletop, this just holds everything down in place. So I'm adding these 1/4 inch strips around the perimeter first. And if you don't have the strips, but you have Masking Magic, all you have to do is cut your Masking Magic into strips. And I've done that in many videos. And it can be done, and it looks great. It's just that I love the convenience of them all being perfect and just being able to peel them off. So that's why I begged ThermoWeb to do strips, and they were all for it. Because they know you guys love the strips too. Or the strip techniques. That doesn't sound good. You know what I mean. We're doing strip techniques here, Tom. Okay. All right. Last one. I got to get rid of all my little specks all over the place. Little flecks of paper. All right. You just want to take your time and get them lined up because it's going to make a much happier project for you. All right. Now that we have our borders on the outside, now here we go. We're going to be on the struggle bus for a second, taking this off, but we're going to take the backing off of this. And it's okay even if you cut it. So let's do that. We're just going to cut it and make it a little easier to take off. Okay. She said, as she still couldn't get it off. Okay. Now I'm peeling this off. All right. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to make a little arc right here. Like that. Okay. Now, if I don't want to look at it, see, it looks a little bit over this way, so I can move it. I can replace it. This will be the hardest part of this card, is getting your arc centered. But that looks pretty good. Okay. So there, we have our arc. All right. Now we're going to use the 1/8 inch strips. So let me get a couple of those. And we don't have to, you know, we don't need them all, the whole thing. We just need parts of these. So you can tear them and use more than one. And you want to attach it over the arc. And then attach it down to your card like that. Then you're going to do another one the same way. You're going to segment these out like that. They're overlapping the arc, but they're not coming into the circle. So this is my more complicated project for the day, but you know, let's see. All right. I'm going to do another one. I haven't torn this one yet. Like that. And then I'll do one more right here. Like that. Okay. Now I'll save this and I'll use it on over on this side. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Get another strip. What is happening in our parking lot, Tom? Are they cleaning out there or what?
Don't know.
Okay. All right, I'm going to do another one right here. Once I get these all lined up, this will go much quicker. I'm just trying to line them up so that they look somewhat even. Let's see, we'll do one here. I hope you guys can't hear all that commotion going on out there. Maybe you can. There we go. And then I have this last little piece sitting over there, and I'm going to put it here. So I am making a sunshine. I know you guys already knew that, but we want to really make sure everything is pressed down really well before we get started. Okie dokie. Now, the big thing is we want to cut somewhat of an arc here, just to protect. I'm cutting a Post-it note just to protect whatever area we're working on. So, you know, I would just put it like right here. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to cover that little bit, that little segment, right? So wherever you want to work, we can start up here on one of these big ones, but we just want to make sure that we have that covered. Okay, right there. And then I'm going to do 2 Post-it notes. Does the masking magic come? Yes, it does. It comes in strips now. And we'll start up here with this one. So we want to do all bright orange colors. We really want to make this bright and fun. And we're going to use those same stencils, and we're just going to alternate a leafy one and then a circular one, and then a leafy one and a circular one. So we'll start with a leafy one, and we're going to kind of go through these colors. So we can do like tomato soup. We can start with any of them. They'll all blend fine together. But let's try to just do one color at a time. So we'll try to figure it out from here. So we'll start with tomato soup. All right. You can only hear Tom's music? You can't hear me? Oh, my goodness.
No, she can't hear the commotion in the parking lot.
Oh, okay. All right, good. All right, thank you. That's good to know. All right. So we've got that first color down. Yeah, and I could have cut a mask out of that same die to put over this whole thing. Absolutely, I could have. In fact, I think I'll use that for when I do the circle part. Okay, because I have the that other part. Okay, so now we can do honey mustard, tomato soup, and then back to this color again. So we'll do that. We've got leafy, circular this time. So let's use the small circles because this is a tiny space. So we want to make sure that we can get some circles showing. So again, I'm going to use this same color because we're spacing it out a little bit. And then we'll get that in there. Okay. All right, so we've got to get that back down there. So we've got tomato soup, sweet mango, honey mustard, tomato soup. sweet mango. So this way, let's do honey mustard here, tomato soup, sweet mango. So we're really jumping around. And I could have gone in an order, another order. But what I actually think would be really fun, let's use this same stencil over here. Now let's see. Leaf, circle, yeah. What I think would be really fun to do is to use a different color in every spot and make it a rainbow. I think that would be really beautiful. But I wanted this to look a little more like a sun and not so rainbowish. All right, so now I've got all my sweet mango colors done here. Got some little stuff in here. Get my craft pick and get that out. Ooh, I forgot to move this. So let's make sure that we move this down. Gotta move that down and get some stenciling in there as well. Gotta move that circle around. Forgot about that. It's not too bad though. Ooh. The music is pretty. So Tom.
Yes.
Do you have any words of wisdom, word of the day for us?
I do.
You do?
Okay, so the word of the day has to do when so you have to get a lot of cards done for something.
Yes.
So you stay up all night, you clear the deck, you let everybody kind of fend for themselves for dinner. And all night you're up, you're working, you get the cards done. You were working with your crafter burner.
Crafter burner on.
Crafter burner on. Word of the day.
Very good. I like that word. Now this is peeling up here, but it's still stuck down here, so I'm not too worried about it. Crafter burner. I've had my crafter burner on quite a bit, wouldn't you say?
Well, your crafter burner is always flaming.
It's true. Crafter burner. All right, so I'm going to put this right over here just to cover that up. And then I'm going to go with the honey mustard next.
So that's a good question. Why not use the Sunray stencil?
I could use the Sunray stencil, but the Sunrays are so tiny. The little lines in between them are so tiny, and I kind of want real big lines in between. So that's kind of why I thought this might be a better option.
Yeah, this seems more flexible.
Yeah, you can make them as wide or as small as you want. All right, so this is honey mustard next. But if you want to try it with the Sunray stencil, please share it in our group. I think it would be helpful if it works out well. People would love to see it. Oh, yeah, look at this. All right, now while I'm over here, I'm going to add a couple little tomato soup ones here with this thick brush. Just because I'm over in this side, and I can use that same orange brush. Oop, did I not move this? I didn't move this down. Oh, that actually worked out okay for me. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that sweet mango and tomato soup would look that different, but I really like the difference in the color between them. Okay. So now we're going to let's do the tomato soup here, and we can do a different color. I'm going to use some new Post-it notes. These are getting a little ratty. Put this over here like this for those two. And then we'll do tomato soup here. Let's do tomato soup with the Fizzy right here because we've got the swirls right there. So we'll do Fizzy. Pick a different spot. Tomato soup. And then fill that in. My most joyous time with this technique is just peeling off all of the masking magic and seeing what this mess turns into. Okay, and then our final one here, we'll use honey mustard and we'll use a leafy pattern. So we'll use leafy because we've got Harvest Flourish here. It's not leafy. What is this called? This is thick brush. So if you guys are looking for it, it's thick brush. We're going to do honey mustard. See, this is why I don't wear white, because I just leaned up against a stencil. My belly was hanging over the whole table here. Oh, goodness. All right, and we'll get that in there like that. And then our final one, we can use any color we want. I think we should use honey mustard. No, we'll use tomato soup down here. So let's move this. You know this is going to look cool, right? Okay, and we'll do this pattern over here in tomato soup. Just to mix it up. Keep it going. I'll get this little swirl in there. So we have a little bit of it. I've got tomato soup left on this brush. And then we'll give it the gentle once over there. Now for the circle, what I'm going to do is I've got this here. This is that masking magic. I'm just going to lay it right here and hold on to it. And I'm going to use honey mustard for this part. I'm going to get some honey mustard in here. Like that. And I could stamp my greeting in there. But if you want to do like a design in there, you definitely can. We can do Harvest Flourish in there. Like that. Okay. So now let's peel and reveal and see what kind of mess we have. Oh, if you saw the mess. Okay, here we go. Everybody hold your breath. One. It's a mess right now, but I think it's going to look cool. We'll see. I'm praying as I peel these off. Masking magic strips. So fun. Okay, and we'll take this off. And now we'll take these big ones off. And you can reuse them, but I'm finding that they're so economical that I'm not really wanting to reuse them as much. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so fun. You got to try this. Everybody's got to go try it. Look at that. Isn't that fun? That's too fun. Okay, and so what I did was I cut out a die that we have. Oh my gosh, I'm getting a spam call right now. Don't they know I'm live? I'm live. Call back later so I can hang up on you. So before we go any further, this can definitely be laid out two ways. So you can make it like a sunrise or a sunset like this, or you can do a side one where the sun rays are just kind of coming out from the side. So I don't know which way you like it better. I don't know which way I like it better, but I did cut our Sun and Shine die. And so I'll tell you about this die. So what I did was I had created this little stamp set called Sunshine. And this has lots of different greetings that work with either the word sun or shine or both. So I decided to make the die two pieces that you can cut and just put together if you want the full word sunshine. Does that make sense? And you can even tilt it like this if you want it to like curve a little bit, but sunshine. So you can say sparkle and shine. You can say, you are my sunshine. You can say, here comes the sun. Never let anyone dull your shine. Shine bright like a diamond. You are sensational. That's a standalone. And then you could do sunshine with the block letters or sunshine that way. So this little set is kind of fun. And I don't know, maybe we'll just use the word shine. And maybe we can do a little greeting that is shine bright like a diamond. Or let's see. You are or here comes the sun. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I want to say.
Shine on.
Shine on. Oh, that's cute too. Yeah, shine on. Do I want to do that though? Or do I want it to be a strip sentiment? Or do I want it to just be stamped? I think I just want to stamp the word, like shine bright like a diamond. Never let anyone dull your shine. That's kind of a good one, but it is sunny. You are my, and you can divide up the words too, like this. You could say, you are my sunshine. You could kind of connect them somewhere else, however you want. But that's kind of big. So if I'm not going to do it this way, which it would definitely fit this way, but does it block too much? You guys are in my thought process. You're just in my brain right now with me, and we're just deciding together. Sunshine. Oh, that's cute. Isn't that cute? Sunshine. All right, let's do that. You are my sunshine. I'm convinced.
So Tanya said that's a negative in the UK. Shine on.
Shine on is negative in the UK?
So.
All right, well, we're not doing that then because I have too many UK friends.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if I sent that to a UK friend? Thank you for telling me that. I would have never known that. Shine on here in the States means like, you know, you're doing great. Shine on. So that does not mean a negative. All right, so I'm going to put this on the white card base. I know it was kind of a mess for a little while there. I was doubting myself, to be honest with you, that it was going to come out good. But we got lucky. We got lucky together, everybody. Okay, so sunshine. And then we'll stamp right here, you are my, and we'll just do it in black ink. So let's get this down. Whew. So are you guys liking the masking magic strips? I would keep these together so that you know where it goes before you actually start gluing it. Don't take the whole thing down or you'll end up putting part of it in the wrong spot. So we'll do it right there. I'm going to put sunshine down first and then stamp the greeting so I know where to stamp it. Yeah, I know I've done like 3 videos using masking magic strips out of the last 4 videos. You think I'm a little hooked? Sorry. But that's good. I mean, if you're going to, you know, add something to your collection, you want to have lots of ideas for it, right? So you guys get it.
So we'll save the shine on sentiment for my friends.
Yeah. That can be for your friends, Tom. Oh, my goodness. So did anybody find out what that means in the UK?
Someone said, I don't know if in the UK, but someone said it's akin to in your dreams.
Oh, okay. Like somebody says, I'm going to make it big. And you say, yeah, shine on. I got it. Okay, well, I wonder if my UK friends wonder why I put shine on in this stamp set. That's pretty funny, actually.
And then Jackie says she doesn't know why it's negative. She's in the UK.
Oh.
So it must be a niche.
Yeah, maybe just a small group of people use it in a negative way.
Colloquial.
Yep.
Right?
Is that the word?
I don't know. That's not the word of the day. But.
So I do have a dot that cut out and I saved it off to the side here. So I'm going to pick it up with my jewel picker And I'm just going to put it on there. There we go. Will it stay? Yes, it will. Okay, so we've got Sunshine. And now everybody's going to hold their breath with me as I stamp this word. What is the name of the stamp set, and does it come with dies? Well, it does not. This little stamp set is called Sunshine. It has the words that you can stamp, but if you want the die cut word, that is actually the Sun and Shine die. So, okay.
Oh, it's a Scottish thing, Jill said.
Oh.
Scottish have a lot of things.
They do.
Interesting things like that.
Yeah, they do.
I think.
You are my sunshine. Okay, is this going to be straight? Do I have to panic? You know I'm going to test it first because I don't trust myself. I'm just going to use my stamp pocket here to stamp it on just to see if it's straight. I'll just stamp it right on there. Let me get a black ink cube. I don't have a, this is too small, this little index sheet. So we're going to stamp it right on the stamp pocket, or the stamp pocket, and see if it looks good. You are my sunshine. Yeah, I think that's straight enough. Okay, here we go.
Okay, Charlene looked it up. To deceive one or to tell one a lie, especially in order to deflect or avoid responsibility for something. Thank you, Charlene.
Thank you, Charlene. All right, there we go. You are my sunshine. Okay, let's back up a little bit, and I will put both of these cards out so we can see them once again together, and then we're going to give them away. And I'll show you the one again from my 5-minute card video so that you can see that one too. And then if you missed that video, it's just a couple videos back on my channel. That's this one here. Here's the sunshine one we did today. And then here is just the block one that we did. All right. Aren't they fun? So much fun to do these. I love them. Okay, and I do love the sequins and stuff, and we could have done that in black like we did here. I might take it off and do it in black. We'll see. But I think it looks pretty good the way it is. All right, everybody, let's give these away. Should we give all 3 of them away, Tom?
Wow.
What do you think?
Okay.
Should we? Okay. All right, let's start with the one that I did in my 5-minute card video. This is the thanks for being there. Has a few sequins on it. And we'll give this one away.
All right, drum roll, please. Okay, this first card goes to Sammie Scott.
Yay, Sammie!
Scott.
Congratulations,
Yay.
Sammie. All right, this one's coming to you, Sammie. All right, now let's give away this one next, the Grateful card.
Grateful card.
The new colors.
Going to Nehring, Henke.
Hey, Anne, congratulations. This one's coming home to you. All right, Anne. And then the sunshine one, the one that almost looked like a train wreck, but it came out really cool. I love it. Love this one.
Okay, sunshine card is shining over Janine Pennell.
Janine, congratulations. All right, ladies, all you have to do is send your name and address to info@GinaK and let them know which card you won. That's really important. That helps me, and I will get these right out to you. Well, we so appreciate you joining us today. We hope that you had a good time and you learned something new. I'll be back this weekend with another 5-minute card video, and then Tom and I will be back next Tuesday night with another Stamp and Chat video. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy. We love you all so very much, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye.